first video of possibly quite a few in a new series of videos. What are the series of videos going to be called, I hear you ask? Let me tell you. I think we're going to call this series of videos. Let's see if we can balance the phone on here. Whoa! I just nearly dropped the phone. Oh, that's so good. It feels staying. Because that's a nice little tripod here. Oh, this is great. This series of videos is going to be called Ollie's Early Morning Rambles. It's currently 5:23 a.m. Hence why we're calling it Early Morning Rambles. I hope we're all well. Right, let me show you what we're going to do. Hang on a bit. Wait there. Let me see if we can bounce the microphone on top of the phone. Oh, this is just like a revelation. I can't believe we've not done this before. We've got our cup. We've got our coffee. We're going to pop some coffee in the cup. Here we go. And now we'll add some more water to the cup. I've just boiled the kettle. Now, if I don't mute you, this could get quite loud, so I'm going to pop you on mute. I'm going to pause for 1 moment. Right then, we are good to go. Let's pick up this microphone again. Hello, how are we doing? Yep, so it's very early in the morning. My alarm was set for 4:57. I don't know why it's 57 and not 4:50 or 4:55. I think 57 was just the quickest number I got to when I was scrolling through the numbers. I was like, I can't be asked to go any further. We'll stay with 57. Anyway, so I've come downstairs, made my coffee, or put the kettle on to make a coffee, and thought, let's get our fitness tracker on whilst we think about it. Here we go. Let me just light this up here. There we go. Now, I ordered this a few days ago. Let's say I ordered it on Wednesday, because I think I ordered it Wednesday, lunchtime. It was here by Thursday morning. Back in the day, when I was a lot younger, we're talking about now. I reckon I was about 13 when I started to use, maybe 14. I started to use online shopping. So we in my house didn't have a computer or a laptop until I was about 12 or 13, and it was a huge computer, like a really big thing. It cost a lot of money back then. And my dad was like, yeah, everyone else has one, we should get one. I was like, okay, alright, we're gonna get one. I could never really get my idea around the idea of playing PC games. I was always a PlayStation kid, or Xbox, mainly PlayStation. Before that, like early days was Mega Drive, Atari, Spectrum when I was really young, flipping it. I had like a tape cassette deck, and you put the tape in, and I am not even joking you, you could spend 3 or 4 hours waiting for the tape to load up. That sort of comes into what this little rumble is about. It's about how things have changed over the years. A few of these videos might be about this, but today's one is how quickly my shopping arrived on Thursday. Now, to anyone ordering stuff offline these days, you Amazon Prime, etc., or next day delivery. We'll order it today. We're guaranteed to get it by tomorrow. So, and then eventually like CDs. I think they eventually started doing DVDs, but it was sort of going out of fashion by then because most people just went to the shops um, or was starting to order offline. But when I was quite young, it was just convenient. You'd get his magazine through the door. You'd then fill out. You could go online and do it. I don't think you could go on the phone. I think there was like a bit at the back that you could fill in the details of what you were to order. You had to send it off in the post with a check or whatever. I don't know how it worked. I was only young. You'd send it off, and then a few weeks later, the item would arrive. So all in all, you'd be looking at, I reckon, minimum 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, to get the item you wanted. And now we just, I really need a new a fitness tracker. I didn't need one, but I was like, let's get one because we're going to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week. And it'd be good to count our calories and our steps and all that jazz. Let's just go on Amazon and order one. It'll be here tomorrow. Well, back then, if I wanted a fitness tracker without going to like Argos, you'd get in this magazine, if it wasn't a fitness tracker, it was a DVD or like I said, a video or CD. A month later, it'd arrive if you was lucky. Don't get me wrong, we obviously had music shops, etc. etc. But I think this magazine did things a bit cheaper sometimes. I like the latest releases, etc. etc. But by the time you got them, they weren't the latest. But yeah, I used to use play.com, which was a website my dad discovered when I was in my teens. And he started having parcels arrive. I was like, what's this? Where's it come from? He's like, oh, it's this website called play.com. So I started going on there. Now, when I was a teenager, I obviously loved music. Like, really loved music. I still do now. But back then, I was going into town like, regularly and buying CDs. Like, most days, I think, like, most weeks. CDs and DVDs. Not most days, sorry, I was when I was like 16, 17 and working. But I was like 13 or 14. I'd go quite often. We had a market, a big indoor market. In the indoor market, there was a man who had a CD stall. It was great because he would always have the latest releases, but he'd have like a lot of rare editions of stuff. They weren't the cheapest, don't get me wrong, but it was good in the respect that you could take in your own CDs from home, and if there was anything that he wanted, or that he knew he could sell, he would give you money for them, or let you trade against something else. It'd be like CEX, very much like CEX to be fair. So maybe there was a new CD and you wanted, and it was like £12. If you took 3 or 4 CDs in, you were getting a lot for them. Let's say you got a £7. Then all you got to do is put a fiver towards the new CD that you wanted. I used to love it. I was always up there every weekend, I guess. But this play.com website anyway, once my dad told me about it, I was like, oh, let's get on there, let's have a look. And I started getting like older wrestling videos because obviously I'm a big fan of wrestling, WWE as it is, and WWF as it was when I was quite young. So I'd start ordering wrestling DVDs. I would start ordering movies, I guess some CDs. But even then, you'd order them off this website, and it might take like a couple of weeks to arrive, maybe a week and a half, etc. It wasn't next day. There was no such thing as next day delivery back then. Even when Amazon started to do it quite a few years ago, there was like, if you pay like £8 or something, they can have it delivered the next day. And then they thought, oh, well, actually, some people put off by that idea. Why don't we do a monthly subscription? it's just amazing, ain't it? But we only see that side of it, obviously, because some of the stories you hear about the way the staff are treated, the amount of pressure they're on to get all these deliveries done, etc., etc., is not very nice to think about. But as a consumer, all we really care about a lot of the time is when are we getting our package? Will it be here now? I want it now. And if we're told we have to wait a little bit, whoa, no, that is not good enough. What do you mean, wait? I've paid £8.99 for the month. I want my parcel right this second. I want to click buy and have it a minute later. Yeah, but it's, times have just changed so much. Like I said, when I was young, really young, a kid up to about 10 or 11, Argos used to be our main source of products for anything big, anything fun. Like as a kid, you wanted your toys for Christmas. There might be a wrestling. I was a big wrestling fan, and I liked to get the figures, the wrestling figures. I couldn't go to Asda with my mum and dad and find a particular wrestling figure, because although I might want a particular wrestling figure, the chances of me getting it at Asda or wherever, Walls even, were pretty slim. Now I could go in the Argos catalogue though, and there'd be a picture of that wrestler in the catalogue, and lead up to Christmas, I'd get so excited. I'd be going through, you'd have your pen and your big catalogue, and you'd go to the toy section, and you'd put a little mark next to anything you wanted for Christmas. You weren't always going to get it, obviously. I weren't spoiled. But you'd put a little mark next to anything you wanted, and then maybe you'd write it on a piece of paper. Or I'd go to mum and say, Mum, look, I've put a 1 and then 2 and 3, etc. against the things I want. Then the numbers that are small, like 1, 2, 3, they're the ones I really want. The ones that are like 9 and 10, I'm not that bothered about. If you can't get the 1 and the 2 and the 3, half the 9 and the 10. And like I say, if I wanted something, not even necessary, when I was like, even when I got to my early teens, you wanted more sensible stuff like cassettes to record the latest album that your mate had, a tape cassette. You'd go in the Argos catalogue, pack of 5, £5.99, whatever it was, take the number down, go up into the town centre where the Argos was, write on a bit of paper there, hand over your money, and then you'd get them. Fairly quickly I get that, like it wasn't, even then you had to wait till the next day for the delivery, because you could go and get it yourself. But it was not convenient like it's these days. We all want convenience. We just want to get on our phone. I've got my phone case here. Imagine this is a phone. Get on there. Order. Yeah, it'll be here by the morning. Don't worry about it. You know, we don't even have to leave the house. If we don't want it, we can stay in for the next 24 hours and it'll be brought straight to us. So in some instances,